already loose. Let me see if I can get the light in first. Nope. No way. It's like everything hits this. I might just do what I wanted to do originally. I don't know. Very close to that fog light, so Alright, so let's go ahead and get these stripped out
and on. I might be able to take this tape off. Technically, this can go in there, and then it can still go into the factory cluster if I wanted it to. But we're not. This is just backup for now. I will need to run the factory cluster so I can basically sniff the CAN bus and get all these wires where they need to be. I don't want to like tap into the body control module, which is underneath here. I want to use everything CAN bus. So we'll be sniffing the factory cluster to make sure we make everything happy. All right, well, that's as far as I got. I do want to get a black connector version of this for these 12 wires, just so there's no way that I can confuse those. Just makes the installation and serviceability much better. I was going to try to get the dash all wired up so I could at least turn it on, but it does use special mil-spec pins, so I need to buy a new crimper for that. I basically just got to put a large order in for a lot of electrical stuff, so I'm kind of at a standstill for now. But at least we're making progress. Once I get those parts in, we can resume where we left off. I want to try to get this display turning on as soon as possible, just so I can get a look at that. I'm just super excited about that. So kind of bummed I don't have enough materials to get that working, but it'll come with time. Bam! I went ahead and made a lot of progress with rearranging the garage. So I've got the Subaru pushed over here on this side, which is going to give me basically a whole bay for fabrication. So got it cleaned up as best as I can for right now with the room that I do have. I've got my saw and the fan there. I did pick up the big boy tank.
I need one of these, one of the big ones.
So I've got argon for that. Got that all wired up into there. I got the regulator. I do need to get another line here so I can back purge the exhaust, but I also need to buy the silicone couplers for that. Got the table pretty much in the center, got the pedal on, got the vise on the fab table. Again, this is from Harbor Freight. It'll do the job for now. It's not the most sturdy operation, but like I said, for what I'm going to be starting out with, I think it'll be just fine. As I progress with the skill set on welding, I will most likely pick up a more robust table. much thicker so I can actually use these holes as intended. This here is just a little too thin for what we need. But I've got the pipe in there. This is our down pipe, so basically I'm gonna make a cut there and just kind of change the geometry of this. So I do have to order some piping for the exhaust as well. And then while I'm at it, I will be making my own piping for the intercooler also. So I did make some modifications. I've got the tank back to factory locations. I've got the top of the tank off. I'm gonna try to snake a pipe in through here and then 3D print my own adapter for that for the fill port. For the front mount, I did shorten these spacers. Right now I've just got some 3D printed carbon fiber plastic spacers in there. I will get those in metal. And then we took the one out on the top. And the reason for that is I want the intercooler to be sucked in just a little bit. That way I don't have to cut as much on the factory bumper. I want that as clean as possible. So that's where that's gonna sit. I'm gonna try to get the piping to route basically right through here, right next to the battery, as clean as possible. So that's the end goal for that. I did take the battery out here so I could put that in the FRS to try and shut the windows, but it's super dead. So I've got it plugged in right now, charging. Once that's somewhat decent, charger's over there. Once that's charged up, I'll get that in the FRS so I can shut the windows and get that cleaned up. But that's what I've got for now. Appreciate you guys joining us again this week. Made a decent amount of progress, had to do a lot of wiring basically to get that stock connector for the dash out. Wanted to put the DTM connectors on there so that way it's serviceable. I do need to run the factory display for now so I can sniff the CAN bus and get all the features and functions operating correctly with the new M-Tron dash. So for now, that's what I've got. I've got to put a large order in, so hopefully we can get that put in soon, both for electrical material and exhaust tubing and intercooler stuff. So for now, I'm probably going to take a couple of days. I've got some, I guess they're called welding coupons, which is interesting. It's basically just some test pieces that you can kind of weld together to improve your knowledge and skill set. So I've got some of those from Amazon. I'm going to try to put them up on the table, start welding, and see what I can come up with. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.